Hello lovely people, what is up? Today we are solving Leetcode problem number 1437. Check if all ones are at least length k places away. So we are given an array nums containing only zeros and ones and an integer number k. So our task here is to find whenever there are two ones, there must at least be k zeros between them. If even one pair of ones break this rule, we return false. Else, if all pairs of ones satisfy this condition, we return true. So what does k places away really mean? It means count the number of zeros between two consecutive ones. That count must be greater than or equal to k, not the index difference, only the zeros in between the two ones. So what are we actually checking? We care only about the gaps between consecutive ones. So every time we see a 1, we ask how many zeros have we seen since the previous one. So to solve this question in optimal time, we should think of a strategy to solve this in a single pass code. So we walk through the array once, we maintain a zero counter. So the number of zeros since the last one will be stored in the zero counter. If current number is 0, increase zero count. If current number is 1, check if zero count is smaller than k. If s written false, else reset zero count to 0. So there is one important edge case that we should take into account. The first one has no previous ones. So there is no gap to check. So instead of writing a special logic, we can do zero count is equal to k. So when the first one appears, if zero count is smaller than k, we return false. So it automatically passes this particular condition. So we avoid this edge case by cleverly assigning zero count to k. So now let's take a look at the code. So we first initialize zero count to k and we traverse through the array nums for num in nums, and then we establish an if condition if num is equal to 1, and if zero count is smaller than k, we return false, and then we initialize zero count to 0, else we increment the zero count and then we return true. So if you take a look at it after submitting, you can see it runs in the most optimal time possible. So that's all for today. Hope you guys understood today's problem. See you in the next one. Bye bye.